Welcome back to a weekly Forex cast. I'm going to be making this real brief. Some of the setups that I see going into this week, starting with the dollar index. Last week it was a bit choppy and tricky on the dollar. All right. I was overall bearish on the dollar. We can see here on the weekly, well, after this big close, evening star close on the weekly, right? It gave a pullback, a retest, and then continued down. And then we had another strong close here on the weekly, right? And then this week, the dollar starts to pull up, and then we see it retesting again. And before the week close, we saw the dollar started to reject at this retest. So here on the daily, we got it bearish engulfing that just closed. So I am bearish on the dollar. As long as we hold here, we can see this continue to give another wave down, at least this level of support. Now, if we were to break this level, then we can expect price to head down even further. All right. So we'll see how things play there. You can also take a trend line here. All right. So if price comes down and actually breaks structure, then it also will be breaking this trend line. And we can see this head down further if that happens. All right, so looking at gold, gold gave a big dump to the downside last week. Now, I wasn't expecting this big of a drop, but I did catch some of this. It's crazy because I was in towards this high. You know, once I saw price close at the evening star, oh my bad. Once I saw the evening star close here on the 4-hour, I was looking for a corrective sell here. We closed at the evening star, closing below this top of resistance here. All right, so for me, that was a sign that the bears were coming in. I was looking for another wave down. So on like this pullback, I was selling. All right, but I was expecting price to come down towards 2,400, right, and hold there. But you can see 2,400 is a key level. It is this top of supply. But it didn't just come down to that level, but it actually broke through. So once it broke through, then for me, that was a sign it was going to go down, head down even further, especially once price printed this evening star here on the daily, closing below that level of supply. All right, so that was a sign that we're going to head down lower. I would have liked to see like a pullback or retest, but that didn't really happen. It just continued to dump. All right, so now with the dollar ending the week bearish, we could see gold hold here. Looking to the left, this is a level of structure. All right, if we see here, this is a level that price could bounce from. All right. Now, this could be a corrective move. All right. Because if we're looking at the weekly did close bearish engulfing. All right. It did close strong bearish. So this could be a short-term pullback, but we'll see. But in the meantime, from these levels, I do like for gold to hold, all right, and give us a move to the upside. Euro USD. So this was interesting because like I caught some of this sell and I was looking for this to come down. Really, it actually hit to around where I was looking, like 1.806 or 1.800. So it reached there and now price just closed, had a bullish close on the daily. But it's interesting because looking to the left, we are still below this level of, like, look at this level of structure, strong demand level. So we are still below that level. But if the dollar is holding bearish here, then we can expect this to continue up. So really in this scenario, because we are back at this lower high, because you see we broke structure, came for a deeper retest, and then it continued down. And then we ended the week with it pulling back up. So I would need to see price break above this lower high, because I wouldn't be surprised if it held here and just gave another fall first before then continuing. That's possible, but if not, I would need to see price break above. If it break above structure, that lower high, that's a sign that we're going to continue up to the upside, possibly. All right, so if it breaks above, then I probably will anticipate the pullback maybe, and then look to continue that to the upside. All right, so probably we'll be looking to see how the daily candle close on Monday, or just how price react here to see what will happen next. All right, now GU. I did take an L on GU. I was looking to catch a corrective. I was looking for a corrective play on GU. You know, we see on the weekly, we did have a strong pump above structure on the weekly. So I was looking at maybe we could have had a retest, a deeper pullback before continuing up. But it was a lot of choppy price action with the dollar. And, this pretty much ranged around this level. And then we see we just closed the week bullish on GU. So this could be setting up to continue to the upside. All right, with that type of close, because we can see even here on the 4-hour, we're in an uptrend, right? Making higher highs and higher lows, right? So this could hold here. With this close on the daily, bullish engulfing basically, this could just slightly pull back, but this could be setting up for another wave up. So I would be bullish on this right now. But I'm just going to be patient to see how price react at this level. But it could hold here, maybe a slight pullback, and then head up to these levels of supply. With AU, now looking at AU on the weekly, I was looking for price to come back like it did. Not as deep, with this weekly close above structure. I was looking for price to retest and then continue, but this had an even deeper pull, basically even spiking past, spiking below the body of this weekly candle. So, but it's still holding above. So this could possibly, especially if the dollar holds bearish, we could see this just continue from there. Looking at this on the daily, slight bullish close, nothing real too strong. So I would like to see similar to EU, because I wouldn't be surprised if this holds here and get one more fall before then maybe bouncing from there. So I would need to see this break this lower high, because we can see initially, we had a slight breakdown, a retest, and then it continued. So if price pulls up, right, and breaks above structure at lower high, then, we could look to trade in that direction. All right. But if not, and it holds here, then this could give one more fall before then probably bouncing from that level of demand down there, that level of structure. So we'll see how price react. And dealing with the yen pairs, the yen index has been overwhelmingly bearish. So we see GJ is pulling towards this top that it fell from. But right now, there's no reason to look for sales on this. So we had another daily close with the strong bullish close. You can see this is just making higher highs and higher lows. So from this scenario, I will only look for buys on this, at least for now. Even if it pulls back some, this could be setting up for another wave to the upside. Now, once it reaches this top, that it could potentially reject. I do expect some type of reaction if we reach this level here, if we reach that top wick around 200. All right. So it probably maybe could grab liquidity and then reject, but we'll see how price react. But for now, I would say only look for buys. Same thing with EJ. Now, EJ is a bit further away from this top, but this also continued bullish. All right. So in this scenario, I would say only look for buys. Either price could break above this high, create another higher high, right? And then maybe pull back a retest and then continue to this top, right? Or if it wants to pull back some first, then continue. But overall, any pullback on this is likely just an opportunity for another wave up. Then once we reach this top, expect some type of price reaction, maybe a fall. We'll see. It all depends on how the yen index react. GA. So looking at GA is at a level of structure. Looking to the left. All right, we are pulling into this level of structure here, previous structure support. But also, if we take this further over, right, this was also structure resistance or supply in the past, right here, strong fall. So this is a significant level to pay attention to. So how price react here is going to determine the direction I look to trade in. I am looking for potential sales, but I want to see how price react here. Like ideally seeing a daily close or even a strong 4-hour close below this level is ideal. So we see it starting to slow up. If we look at the 4-hour, all right, it's starting to show some signs of rejection, but nothing too strong. So I would like to see another rejection from this level. So we look at it from this perspective. You can even take your trend line here. All right, but I would like to see price give a stronger rejection. Like, so if we give a stronger breakdown from this top, strong 4-hour closes below. Also, that will push the daily to close further below. If that happens, give a bigger rejection, then you can look for the pullback or retest of certain levels and look for the next wave down. That's how I would look to trade this. I'll see how this next 4-hour candle or a couple 4-hour candles close and look to just react based off what price shows. Same thing with EA. Now, EA already gave the reaction in a way. Like if we look at this, it's similar, at a similar level of structure. Looking to the left, all right, this was a strong level of demand in the past. All right, also here reacted as demand. So now price is rejecting as potential resistance, right? On the 4-hour, we got a bearish engulfing. So that's a good sign. I do like potential sales on this. So maybe earlier in the week, I might, if it pulls back some, I might look to sell this, right, on this pullback and look to catch a wave down. You can even take this, let's say, on a 1-hour. I can even throw my trend line right here. And you can see price already broke it. All right, it already broke it. Throw my moving averages on. We got the crossover. So I am seeing signs to start to look for sale now. So I'll just see how price react going into the week. Maybe a slight pullback, you know, and look to catch that wave. All right. So those are pairs on my watch list. With the way the dollar's been acting, you know, I might go towards EA and GA over some of the dollar pairs, but at the same time, you know, what the dollar does affect these pairs too, because Australian dollar or AU, EA and GA normally trades inverse of AU. So AU continuing bullish would help me on these, looking to sell these pairs. Excuse me, EA and GA, you know, but if AU continuing bullish, that also means the dollar is likely going to continue bearish. But overall, I believe EA is already showing a setup. So I like this sell here. So maybe I would like to get a slight pullback, maybe a little bit higher right here, maybe around 638, maybe pull back another 15 to 20 pips, you know, in that type of scenario. And I would look for something like this, you know, look for like a 1 to 2, ideally a 1 to 2 setup at least, right? So look to take the price down here, but this could come down towards these levels, you know, something like that. So, all right. So I hope that helps. Hope you get value out of that. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are new here. Check out the free Telegram. Everything will be in the bio. The free Telegram and all the information will be listed below. All right. See y'all in the next one. Peace, peace.